Hi all, welcome back to another video. Today, let's have an overview on asset request and asset allocation in Horilla. So under the assets module, we have the request and location. And in the request and allocation, we have the asset request and asset allocation tabs. So under the asset tab, we can view the list of assets that the user currently owns or is responsible for managing. That is, here we have logged in as Adam Lewis. So here we'll be able to view the assets that the Adam Lewis currently owns. So here we have the asset name, the category, the expiry date, and the actions. And in the actions, if you want to initiate a return request, you can click on return, and he has to fill in this asset return form. So we have to provide a return status, that is whether the asset has any minor or major damage or whether it is healthy. And we have to give the return date, the return condition images. And if he wants to add a asset report, we can add report from here. From here we'll be able to create the asset report. That is, we have to provide a title. The asset name is mentioned over here, and if any file has to be uploaded, we can add the file over here. And we can save this asset report. And then if while returning, if the asset has any damage or anything, and any fine has to be added, we can add the fine from here. We have to provide the title, the fine amount, the description, installment amount, total installments, installment start date, etc. And we can save this asset fine. And then after filling in all these details, we can save the asset return form. Also, from here we can view the asset details by clicking on the asset name over here. So we have the asset information, that is, we can view asset name, description, tracking ID, assigned date, status, assigned by batch number category. And from here also we can return the asset. And the next tab we have is the asset request. And in the asset request tab, it contains a list of asset requests that have been submitted by users to request new assets or to request changes to the existing assets. So the admin can approve the request created by different employees, and based on the availability and suitability of the requested assets, he can either approve or reject the request. So here we can see the requested user's name, the asset category, the request date, the status, the confirmation, and here we can view more details of this asset request by clicking on this over here. Like this, we can see the employee name, the requested date, the category, the request description from here. And to approve a request, he can click on this approve over here. And then for that, we can view this request, that is Alexander Smith has requested for a asset category laptop. So while approving the request, the admin will be able to choose a laptop from the list of laptops available. So we can choose a laptop, and he has to provide a condition of the laptop now, and he can save this, and the asset request will be approved. So this is how we can approve an asset request. And to create a new asset request, we can click on this create request over here, and then we have to add in the requesting user, the asset category over here, and the description also. Then we can save this asset request. And also from here, we'll be able to add or delete the rows from here. We want to remove the asset category column from here. Let's check this box, and we can see that the column has been removed. So we can either select all rows or unselect all rows like this, and we can see that only requested user and confirmation can be viewed over here. And then we have the asset allocation, where in the asset allocation we have the list of the allocated assets, that is, which are the assets that has been assigned to specific employees for their use. Here we'll be able to view the details of the asset. Here we can see the details, that is, if the asset is returned, we can see the return status, whether it is healthy or it has any damage, the allocated user, the allocated date, the return date, the asset, the return description, etc. And we can see the allocated user, the asset, the assigned date, the return date, actions. So all these are all the allocated assets till now, and here we can view whether it is currently allocated or whether it has any return request initiated or whether it is returned. And if it is returned, we can view the return date over here. And also if you want to return, we can initiate a return request from here. So this is the asset allocation, and we can create an allocation from here also. We can give the assigned to over here, and we have to set an asset, and we can give the assigned by, and you have to provide the assigned condition image also. And like this, we'll be able to allocate the asset to employees. And here also we have the option to select all rows, unselect all rows, and select only the required rows, etc. So let's select all rows for now. So this is the asset allocation, and now we have the search option from where we'll be able to search for any particular asset allocation and all. And then we have the filter option. So if you want to filter out any particular asset request or asset allocation and all, we'll be able to filter it from here. So let's give the asset allocation. So let's filter out the asset allocation for Nora Read. So under the allocated user, let's give Nora Read, and we can filter. So here we can view all the asset allocations for Nora Read. So like this, we'll be able to filter out the asset allocation or asset request or asset. And then we have the group by, where we can group by the asset request and asset allocation based on different fields. Like we can give the field over here. Let's give the field employee. And we can see that the asset request has been grouped by employees. So we'll be able to view the asset request created by each employee from here easily. So this is the group by option. So this is all about the asset request and asset allocation. So hope it is clear, and thank you for watching.